Say Barakati Yahweh Barakati Al Shai, Barakati Yahweh Barakati Al Shai, Barakati Yahweh Barakati Al Shai, Vashima Kakwadash. And we give double honor to our apostles and our elders, which are the apostle elders, a great millstone, which feeds us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Al Shai. Give me 1 second. Get this cleaned off real quick. Okay, Khan. Shalom, shalom. You see the title of the video. He is black. It's a new flavor of the moment. You know, it's almost a ridiculous thing to go over, but it's just wanted to speak on it. I was watching the apostles and the elders going into it and just, breaking it down. And it's very evident. I was watching Apostle Elder Gabar going into the fact of their lamps, the virgins, 5 wise and 5 foolish. And, I was talking to a brother and, we said something that the prophecy's got to be fulfilled, especially when it comes to the foolish virgins, man. All right. We have to have the foolish virgins. You have to have the wise virgins. You have to have the foolish virgins. And then Apostle made a comment. He said that the apostles are bringing out so much information that you can't keep up with it. And what came to my mind is what Yahweh Shah said. It says, believe that upon me, and out of thy belly shall flow rivers of living water. And rivers you can't drink all. You can only go and drink what is adequate for you. You can drink, get your full, and then you come back again and get water. That's why it also says drink honey or eat honey. That's sufficient enough for thee, So this truth is like unto water and honey. So you get what you need, and then you let it digest. You come back, and it's there. A stream is flowing, just like a well. Just like the well, when the Samaritan woman was talking about the well that was dug, that well was constantly being nourished. It's an aquifer, if you want to say that much. So these guys that are coming out with this doctrine, it's simple. It's a simple Genesis 25th chapter shows you that it's easy. Why would they mention Esau and the way he looked and didn't say nothing about his brother? They didn't describe his brother. They didn't say his brother had a same tone. And then these guys, their argument was saying that Esau fought with the Roman or fought with Jake during the time of the Romans, and they couldn't tell them apart. What do you mean? Why would they need to? Because it was a well-known thing. We didn't need no discernment when it came to that. They knew who was Esau. They knew who was Jacob. They knew it. They didn't have to discern it. The Edomites knew because it wasn't a deal. That goes back to the creation of white and black. Okay. And Elder Malcolm went into that, okay, going into the fact of when the word white came into being and the black, okay, those are just bywords and names that were just put in recently. But in the ancient world, it was by tribal. They knew. They called you by your tribe and who you was, or your landmass. They'll call you a Canaanite, or they'll call you a land of Hum, okay? They'll call you in the land of the Girgashites. You were named by your tribe where you were from. That's why you were Judite, Benjamite. Those are the things. You didn't have the discernment of looks. But the point is, it's easy. Genesis the 25th chapter tells us that Esau was red all over. Why did they mention that? Why did they need to say the babies came out of the womb? They one held the heel, and that was it. They made it a point to mention Esau because he looked different. He's wasted away. And the blessings that's on him, he fits the blessing. He fits the blessing today. These are the Edomites, man. All right. It's being revealed, it's being put out to the forefront. But the main point is here is that you guys are out of them guys are out of oil, man. It's low oil. Your check engine light is on, man. You left the sheep already. And those that believe these guys and follow after them, go ahead, man. They're gonna leave you. When the tough gets going, they gonna go. When the tough gets here, they gonna go. A lot of you guys that are doing this for entertainment, man, hey, the Lord's gonna cut it off. You remember the time of Noah, man? Remember the time of Noah, the Lord shut the door. And he said he told Noah to go in. And he shut the door and closed it. So this truth is gonna be the same way, man. This is the ark that the Lord is calling those that are chosen. And it's the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It says in the parable that they went into the wedding. So this wedding is being prepared in our spirits. It's being prepared in our minds. And the Lord knows and who doesn't. Just because you say you're an Israelite, you put on a garment, hey, Shabbat Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. That don't make you going to go in, man. We fear, man. Your daily sins you fear. You go off, you fear. But these guys are adding to the scriptures. They're taking away. They're willy nilly with it, man. And that's a fearful thing because we come into the time where those Jake think it's games. They're used to the mentality. That's why it says putting on that new man. When you put on this man here, you're putting on an ancient spirit. Salaki. You're putting on an ancient spirit. You're putting on what men used to be. Men used to have integrity, would look into things, would make sure that their mouth, they check their mouth before they write that check, man, because you got to cash that, and you don't want to be found negative or a bounce check. Their mouth has already been found. All the tribes are black. That ain't been proven. But now it's a new wayward doctrine, and you want the apostles and elders to break it down for you. Man, come on, man. It's coming to the time, like it says, go to the sellers and buy. Go to the sellers and buy. That's the spirit that's coming out now, man. There's gonna be a time where these videos are gonna be cut off, and you're gonna have to get what you got, and you're gonna have to make it through. You're gonna have enough oil to make it through these tough times, man. I just posted up the U.S. dollar's getting ready to collapse. Hey, shalom to those coming on the comment board. Yabashim Shaka Thumb. This dollar's getting ready to go, Jake. What is Jake gonna do? Jake can't live without fast food and grocery stores. The U.S. dollar's getting ready to collapse. Russia and the BRICS, they are aligning themselves. They don't care about Babylonians anymore. That's why that evil thought in their mind is they gonna have to nuke this place. Their people have been dying over in their lands for generations, suffering poverty, suffering diseases, suffering all types of calamities. They know Americans have been sitting over here in luxury, man, spoiled. I tell you that much. I come from another country, man, and hey, Jake, other countries don't look at people in America good, man. And I'm telling you from examples. I know because my family comes from another country, my mother and my father. So we don't have the luxuries of coming and living. You know, I grew up here, but they always instilled in me to remember where I came from, to remember poverty, remember lights not being on. And I'll give you a story, man. There's times where lights weren't even on in parts of the city where I grew up at. You know, I was like 5 years old. I didn't really remember it, but there was not running water. There weren't these luxuries that Jake has over here, man. Jake, even in the ghetto, these gangsters, they still got AC units and running water, and they might not have food, but guess what? There's places that are in deep poverty, man. I come from one of the third poorest countries in the whole world, man. I always remember that. It always keeps me humble. Everything that I have, I don't take for granted. And the times that I do take for granted, I beat myself up and say, hey, I tell my child too, I say, hey, this is where you could come from, man. You know, so other places in the world don't look at Americans in a good light. So they're not worried about their America losing out on its goodies and losing out on its way of life and its luxuries, man. They're not worried about that. You know, and I say that as a utmost warning. I'm not telling you as a secondhand person or what I heard. I know, man, the life is terrible and hard out here in the world, and it's coming to Babylon, man. It's coming right here to Babylon. Don't get it twisted. The Lord is going to bring poverty here. He's going to bring uncertainty here. It's going to be the time of Jacob's trouble, but it's going to be worse here because you have people that are very spoiled when it comes to living. You know, the luxuries have been given to them, and that's where you see this mentality comes from. These guys that are, when it comes to authority, they don't want to honor it. They want to do their own thing. They want to be that guy, that ego. That's what it is. It breaks down to an egotistical thing, man. You can't have ego in this work and in this walk, man. You got to be humble. And I pray and I thank y'all about Shemi Shah for that part of my life that I could draw from. I can, every time I get, too good, I can draw from that, man. I can draw from the well of my past, man. And my parents would tell me, my mom still tells me, my father's, passed on, but my mom still tells me stories. And I ask her, I make a point to ask her, how was life there, and how was the struggle? And she knows, and she instills that in me, man. But I'm saying it back to the point, I ain't gonna make this long. I'm at my destination now is, Jake, go to the sellers and buy, man. Okay, it's easy. He's not no damn black men with red hairs, man. The waywardness of these Jakes, man. But we coming to the time where all these idle words are going to be answered for. That's why it says, take the dross from the silver, and it shall be ready for the silversmith. So you got to take the dross out of yourself and your mentality, and the people that follow those guys. Hey, go ahead. That's on you. That's on you. Hey, with that, I want to say, call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Rachakwadash. Say Barakatah Yahweh Barakatah Yahweh Shai Barakatah Yahweh Barakatah Yahweh Shai Barakatah Yahweh Barakatah Yahweh Shai Bashem Rachakwadash. Until next time, I say Shalom, and we need to keep faith, man. We coming to that time, man. This dollar's about to drop. All these wayward doctrines these guys are coming out with, they're about to be. Hey, see if they can stand on it, man. Shalom.